Welcome to the Mach7 podcast, where we must gather our party before venturing forth. I am the handsome and stealthy archer, Andrew. Joining me this week is the dwarf pally who fails at everything, Travis.
That's not my name.
Tyrone, sorry.
No.
Oh, I don't remember what your name is.
My podcast name is not going to be Ice-T.
I'm never going to call you that. So.
That's what they call me on the street.
Which street exactly?
College Ave.
Okay. No.
That's A-V-E. Capital A.
Right, of course. Is there a period at the end? Is it short for avenue or is it just Ave?
Nope, Ave.
Okay, that's cool. So we've been...
Have
all right, I mean, you're still going. Have without the H. Shut up. So we've
or
been...
Tyrone.
Oh, my God. Worst podcast ever. I say that every week, though, so... So we were gone for 2 weeks.
Oh, my gosh, this has been a long 2 weeks.
It was a long 2 weeks because when I released episode 8.5, you had your dad up, and I was like, I don't want to...
Yep.
I don't want to take you away from hanging out with him to hang out with me and do some stupid audio for an hour.
Well, it wasn't just so much about that. It was like you had roommates that were coming up during that time too, so we couldn't record at your place. Then it'd be really awkward just to have my dad sitting watching Netflix in the room over while we're doing the podcast.
Right.
And there's no closure between us, so it just would have been really awkward.
And since I knew I was going to release 8.5 anyway, I was like, all right, whatever, this will work. And then the week...
It was excellent.
It was all right. I tried some new editing techniques on that, just like...
Like what? I didn't notice anything different.
Adding in the actual videos of what we were talking about afterwards.
The rush hour video.
Yeah. And the picture of me as a pseudo-widow. I was pretty...
I did like that.
I was pretty proud of myself for that. And then the week after that, you started doing OTL stuff.
Which
so you were
stands
pretty busy.
for...
orientation team leader.
Yep.
Did I get that right? I don't actually
You did. That was
nice.
really good.
Yeah, dude, you were with a bunch of freshmen. How did that go, by the way?
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. But I put in nearly 60 plus hours a week, and that was just at the school.
Yeah.
So then I went home after class not class, after work, and I would go home. And my dad was up last week, which was training week. Well, no, 2 weeks ago, which was training week. So they spent the whole week training us to prepare for this week. That's how much goes into this. Is a whole week because you learn about how to be culturally competent,
Right.
Not to be offensive to different cultures and that type of stuff, and just how to be, engaging to the first year students. But I would get home from that, and so my dad came up, and before he came up, he's like, I don't want to come up if you're just going to be working all week. And I'm like, okay. So I had to make a really good effort to make sure I gave him time. So I got home around 6 to 7, and I would stay with him until midnight, but a lot of that was working on my Jeep because we replaced both fenders and the hood last week. And so... we did that till 10. Then we watched Netflix until about midnight. And then I had to be back up at 6.
Right.
So that was just the first week. And then last week was really cool because I actually got to meet my student group, which were a bunch of great guys.
Bunch of computer science dudes, right?
Exactly.
The best major.
And you know what? They are totally opposite of the stereotype. Because the stereotype is that they're really secluded and everything, isolated. These guys are fun. They were just any event that I wanted to go to, they went to. We had a really cool event this year called PaintU at Michigan Tech University, and what it was we had a huge DJ.
Just a really large person, or
no. It was a regular size DJ on a really large stage.
I got you.
Put out inside of the lawn out here.
I guess that makes more sense than what I was thinking.
Yeah, figured.
Go on.
So he was playing awesome music. We had a lot of cool lights. And then they were spraying paint. They got super soakers and just filled these buckets with paint. That was washable paint.
Yeah.
And would squirt them out into the audience. And so it was awesome. I mean, It was a really good time. There's videos at mtu.edu right at the front.
Cool. Put that in the link dump.
Yeah, that's...
Maybe.
Probably just show the video right now. It's a really good video.
I'm not going to do that. That's too much work.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
That one's going to be hard because that's not even a real video. That's just a video on the background of the website. So
I'm not doing that.
No, that's an embedded video. You can't grab that out of there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it was good.
It was good. Cool.
But I'm exhausted. Yesterday,
I believe it.
I did 8-hour community service trip.
Wow.
On hikes where I'm sorry to take so much time talking about it today, but...
We don't have anything else to talk about.
That's a good point. So the guy who I was working with, we were part of this new national forest trail that goes through the Copper Country, it's called up here, which is just miles and miles and miles. It goes from New York through basically all the states between here and Michigan and New York, all the way to North Dakota. It's a single trail.
Wow.
Yeah. So we took care of a 3-mile stretch of clearing it out, which pertains to like you have to cut a bunch of branches down. Mm-hmm. We have to clear out all the brush that's just so it's clear for people to so they can't get lost on it.
So they don't
and trip or
hurt themselves somehow.
Exactly. Yeah. But my job was called the Bucky.
Good name. I like it.
Really wish I was not like the only strong-looking guy in the group, because the guy who was leading it chose me to do it. And what it was is he has like this. It's called a pole saw. It's a chainsaw mounted at the end of a pole. Literally, it's like a weed whacker, and on the end is a chainsaw. He was going through and cutting like trees, probably the width of my arm, and then like the regular length of a tree.
Jesus.
And just cutting them constantly. And my job was to take those and pull them about 50 feet off the trail. After an hour of that, I was exhausted.
I can imagine that, yeah.
I had to do it for 8 hours.
Why is it called a bucky?
I
figured you had a bucket. That's why it kind of made sense.
You know, and I was thinking when he first said it, I heard chainsaw and bucky. I'm like, okay, so maybe I'm holding the tree in a way, like if it's on the ground, I'm lifting it up so the chainsaw doesn't like get embedded into the tree.
Right.
You know, and preventing it from bucking, you know, coming back out.
Sure, that makes sense.
Chainsaws have kickback.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, maybe that's why it's called Bucky, to make sure it doesn't buck back at him. No, not even close. It was like a gopher. Go for this, go for that.
Nice. Can I call you? That actually worked really well. Can I call you Bucky the Bucktooth Gopher?
Only if you call me the Winter Soldier.
No, I'm not doing that.
Well, call me Ice-T then.
Okay, that's more.
Or Tyrone.
No, I'm not doing that either.
Ice Tyrone.
This is going on too long. So
Tyrone on ice.
While you were doing all your OTL stuff,
yes,
having a great time, I was back downstate.
Why'd you go downstate?
Hanging out with my dad.
Oh, cool. But I mean, was there a special occasion?
No, not really.
Just one.
Yeah.
You had nothing better to do.
Pretty much. I just wanted to go down.
Well, your home is a lot closer.
It's true. I only have a 6-hour drive. You have like a
10.
Yeah.
Unless it's wintertime.
Yeah.
That's a 12.
So, yeah, I just went down there. We played golf a lot. It's a lot of golf. And
I heard you won a tournament.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it wasn't me alone. On last Sunday, the week, whatever. People, dates don't care.
Oh, yeah, it really doesn't matter,
yeah.
I guess.
So, my dad goes to this scramble for one of the bars he goes to. It's called the Dirty Corner Open. I don't know why. Held by Mary's Tavern in Gaylord, Michigan. Check it out. Mary's Tavern, there's like a list online about the top 10 like attractions in Gaylord, and Mary's Tavern is on there, so go to that. I think it's number 1 actually. A bar. That's how great my town is. Classy. Yeah, so
I think that's like Houghton. KBC.
That's probably
Microbrew.
True. Yeah, so it was a 4-player scramble was your team. Then I should probably explain what a scramble is for non-golfing literate people. So a scramble is basically where each player will tee off, and then you'll choose which ball you want to play. So you would want to choose the best ball, obviously. It makes most sense. And then you do that and then each person goes to that place, has their shot, and then you choose the best ball again until you get in the hole. So you had 4 people on your team, and then you're competing. I think there were like 24 teams or something there. And yeah, our team ended up winning. We were 11 under for 18 holes. Sounds like there's a gas leak. That's weird. So yeah, we won $120 for the team for winning, and then we got 2 skins, which are like getting the lowest score on a hole. We got 2 of those, which were worth $50 each.
So you won 200 and
something dollars, yeah.
That's awesome.
It was pretty incredible.
That's awesome.
We were 11 under when we finished. We're like, there's no way we're gonna win.
That probably paid for every game that you played with me here at the Portage Lake Golf Course.
Yeah, pretty close. Well, yeah, it did, because I didn't buy in, so yeah, it didn't cost me anything.
That's excellent.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And I actually played really well, too, which I was pretty happy with.
I told you about my experience when I went golfing recently with my dad.
Yeah, dude. You got a 48?
I got a 48 compared to my 70-something that I was getting.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
And I wanted to go golfing with you today, but you're like, I'm made of sugar, I'm going to melt in the rain.
Yeah, pretty much. And then it ended up not raining this afternoon.
It didn't rain at all this afternoon.
It was raining a lot in the morning, and then just in the afternoon.
I really want to go golfing again.
Guess we could have gone, and then we didn't. So
we're gonna have to do it before it closes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I heard not everything was golden when you went back down home.
No, so I told the story that I had to like refill the brake fluid in my car.
Yeah, who found out that you were out of brake fluid?
That was you. Thanks, man.
And there's probably a reason that you were out of brake fluid.
I didn't really think about it. I mean, you told me that to keep an eye on it to make sure it doesn't all like
seep out
break.
All at once.
Yeah. And
you didn't?
No, not really. Not until I started up my car to drive back home when the brake light came on again. And I was like, well, this isn't good. The brakes still worked, though, so, it's fine. So I got down there, and I was like, yeah, the brake light came on again. So we ended up taking it to, one of the car shops in town. And they were like, yeah, we need to replace the entire brake line.
Oh, my gosh.
Well...
The whole system, the brake line system?
I believe so, yeah. So it was pretty bad. And
Somebody saw you coming.
And then I guess there was, what?
Somebody saw you coming.
Yeah, probably. So I guess, and then there was something else wrong with like one of the belts on the engine.
There's only one belt. It's a serpentine belt.
All right, whatever. I don't know cars. And so they had to like order a part from Traverse City to fix that or something. I don't know. But I was planning on coming back last Monday, but I couldn't until Wednesday because I had some car issues. But, it's whatever. It works now, so that's good. That's what's really important, right? Also, I didn't have to pay for food while I was down there, which was fantastic.
Oh, my gosh. I still don't have a fridge.
Why don't what is up with that?
Okay, so...
Has it worked at all since the last podcast when you said it was broken?
No.
That was 2 weeks ago.
So it got fixed that, before that podcast, It was fixed for a couple of days because that relay was out.
Okay.
Which is like a fuse blew.
Right.
I think I explained that in that podcast. So that was gone. And then a couple days later, it went off again. And so we had the repairman come back out, and he came in, and he was like, okay, it's a circuit board. So we had to get the circuit board that came all the way from China.
Jesus.
So we had to wait for that to ship, which was like 5 days. So that's basically a whole week. And then that's what we were waiting for in that podcast.
Yeah.
We were waiting for the part to come in. Well, the part came in, and there was a miscommunication as to when they came over because originally it was planned on the repairman would come over regardless if I wasn't home or not. He would just call my landlord. Well, he didn't know the part came in because he owns the business with his wife. The wife knew the part was in, but she wasn't aware that he could come over without me being home.
Uh-huh.
So she would call me to make the appointment to come over, but I was working OTL the whole time.
Right.
I was gone all day.
Yeah.
And so they weren't aware that they could come over. So last week, early last week, they told my landlord came over and explained that to me, and I was like, okay, so they're coming over? And he's like, yeah, he's coming over in a couple of days. So he came over early last week and went to go check and replace a part. He got shocked with a whole value from the part that was going into the refrigerator.
Uh-huh.
Got shot halfway across the room, supposedly.
Oh, my God.
Turns out it's not the circuit board. Turns out it's an interior circuitry. And so they're just getting a whole new fridge.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. At this point, just get a new fridge.
That's exactly what's happening. So they had to wait for the new fridge to get shipped, which was supposed to get there this weekend. And today's Labor Day.
Right.
And so they're not doing anything today. So it might come tomorrow, in which case they'll replace it tomorrow. But since it's an old-fashioned fridge, they want to do it mechanical so they don't have to worry about all these interior parts happening again, which doesn't make sense because this fridge lasts 13 years. The mechanical ones might not last as long. Anyway, so they got an old-fashioned one, and the old-fashioned ones, they have to let sit for a day before you can start them up.
Why?
Because there's oil and fluids in there that get rustled around, and if...
Sure.
Supposedly, I don't know. This is what was reported to me.
I'll allow that. That's fine.
So, they have to, after shipping and after getting into my house, it has to sit there for a day and just let all the fluids unfoam and just settle down. Or else, I guess, the parts will wear out a lot faster.
Okay.
And so they're going to, after that, I can plug it in. And then, of course, it takes a day for it to cool down.
Of course.
So I'm looking at maybe by the end of this week, I can actually go and stop having to get food, like cans of soup.
Yeah.
Apples.
How have your apples been? Have they been like good or?
Oh, I didn't eat any of those apples.
Oh, okay. Well,
I got rid of those, but like I got a new bag. We eat a lot of macaroni. Yeah, they're great.
Right. Have you had any more beef stew?
I have.
Nice. Did you put it on that sandwich like it told you to?
No. Well, what was lucky
missed opportunity is what that is.
Being an OTL, they paid for a lot of my meals to be on campus.
Excellent.
So
that's the way to go.
I'm like, I'm fine with that. Yeah. So I didn't have to worry about that a whole lot. And then when my dad was up, we went out to eat, or he got Pasties, which is a Upper Peninsula delicacy, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
It's like a homemade Hot Pocket. I think would be the best way to, it's potato, beef, lard, carrots, rutabaga.
I mean, there are different kinds too that have
and
different stuff in there.
There's a breakfast one.
Yeah, that's pretty basic description of what it is.
But we got pizza from a really nice place down in the city called Pizza Works, which is a fantastic place to get pizza. We went to a really nice steakhouse. So when we was up, we ate great.
Yeah.
And then this past week, I was mostly ate at campus. But like today is like the start of when I've had to start fending for myself. Yeah. So I went to Jim's, which is a convenience store here, and got some stuff because I have absolutely no idea how far to plan out because I don't want to go out and buy a bunch of food that's preserved, like, I doesn't have to use a fridge, and then find out in a couple days I can go get stuff that require like fresh foods because I can't tell you how much I miss cheese right now or cereal.
Why don't you just get one of those like spray can of cheese? That's not refrigerated.
Cheese.
Wow. It says cheese on the label.
It's not cheese. It's like okay, 2% cheese. The rest of it is like sodium
and aerosol.
So
good.
Yeah. Well,
there's like spray pancakes now. That makes me kind of mad.
Are you serious?
Or it's like pancakes the pancakes in a tube isn't so bad, but
there's pancakes in tubes.
Yeah, there's just like pancake batter like inside a tube, and you just squirt it out.
Where do I get this?
They probably have it in Walmart.
I've never seen it.
Yeah. Well, look harder. Now that you know it exists, you'll probably.
Oh my gosh! And aerosol pancakes.
I'm not sure if that exists. It might just be the tube that I'm thinking of.
Well, I'm gonna have to go research this when I go to Walmart.
Yeah.
But so, dude, a month of not having a fridge absolutely is awful.
I believe you.
All warm beverages.
Yeah, that's gotta suck. I don't know how you lived.
I'm making it, but like a lot of it is going to fast food, and I'm not happy with that because I don't feel good.
Oh.
I don't feel good.
Fast food doesn't bother me.
Well, after you have for like quite a few months a week, it doesn't feel
quite
good.
A few months a week, huh?
A few days.
Good phrase. I like it. Yeah. Stick tuned for a couple months in a week.
But yeah, I just don't feel good. Like I feel slow. I feel gross.
I think it doesn't bother me because my metabolism is so fast.
Oh, that's true.
I would work off anything that fast food would do to me, like walking out of my car.
Just because you're breathing.
Yeah, pretty much. I have so many issues.
So
so speaking of stuff that sucks.
Oh, please.
So there's been a new development with my water heater. You want to hear about it?
You better. I just bitched about my fridge, so you're talking about your water heater. And it seems like these problems are not getting fixed by our landlord.
This problem, I mean, it got fixed technically.
I still have a hole in my wall, and I still have a broken light. I haven't fixed any of those
I have like 12 holes in the wall of my house. But
you didn't make it.
I don't think that's true. Okay, so the water heater like flooded, right?
Right.
So he was going to replace it with a tankless water heater.
Right.
So while I was gone downstate, one of my roommates had moved in, so he was there. Landlord came by, and fixed it or whatever.
Put in the tankless?
Well, that's what I thought. All right. So, my roommate Peter, he's like, landlord came by, fixed the water heater or whatever. I was like, all right, excellent. The other day, so I've been back for almost a week now.
Right.
Just a couple days ago, I found out that landlord did not install another water heater. He just routed the water to the other water heater we have. So we now have 6 people in one house, 2 different showers, sharing one water tank for hot water. And it's just like, it hasn't been a problem yet, but that's because half of us get up in the morning and half of us get up at like noon because, we don't have anything to do.
Right, because classes haven't started.
Yeah. But now the classes have started, we're all getting up by, or
8.
Yeah, like 8 or 9 or whatever. It's like, I can foresee this becoming a problem.
Especially in the wintertime.
Yeah. Having 2 water heaters was the best feature in that house. It was the great. I was so excited. I was like, we're never gonna have a problem with hot water. You know, I'm talking quickly here.
Why?
I don't know.
We have no rush.
Because I'm getting into my story.
I know you're excited.
I mean, besides the fact that the water heaters don't work, we wouldn't have a problem with the water, with hot water, if we had 2 different water heaters. But no, that's not going to happen, and everything is going to suck. So
why don't you contact your landlord and tell him that this isn't okay?
I don't.
It's false advertising.
It's not, though. I mean,
no, he advertised 2 water heaters, and you're getting barely 1.
Well, I don't know if he did advertise 2 water heaters.
Why were you sold on this house if that wasn't even advertised?
I did not see the house until I moved in.
That's right. You told me about that.
It was just my friends were like, yeah, so we're going to sign a lease to this house. You want in? I'm like, yes, I need a place to live. They're cool dudes, though. All of them are moved in, and it's awesome. Isn't
this the water heater that goes hot or cold?
No, okay, that was the shower. I got another story about this shower. So, so I thought that... So we have 2 showers. There's one that's like the main shower, which is also like a bath. It's like the 2-in-1. And there's one that's just a shower with like a movable the shower head. So when the first water heater went out, I couldn't use the main one. So I had to use the other one. And I thought that you just turn it like to the left or right to turn it on because it was off and it looked like it was straight against the wall. Turns out you move the knob up to turn it on. And then you turn it left to right to adjust the temperature.
So you didn't know how to run it?
I guess not, but like just turning it to the left worked. Like it turned on when you did that.
Didn't we have a discussion about this? That we can't figure out how to run.
So we did. So it's like you turn it up to turn it on, and then you move it down, and it turns off. I'm like, why was it not working that way before? I don't understand. Why was it not tilted down all the time? Because that's how you turn it off. I just I didn't get it. It blew my mind when I saw that.
What is this technology? And you're a software engineer and you can't even figure out how to run.
I don't understand shower hardware. God. I was so happy when I figured that out, though. I was like, oh.
But now that's not hooked up to a water heater.
No, it's hooked up to the same one, and now the other shower is hooked up to that same one.
Oh, so they're both using the same water heater.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, I thought he just switched the one working water heater.
To the one that doesn't work. Which would be something. That I would be upset about.
Well, I wouldn't put it past your landlord at this point.
I wouldn't either. God.
Landlords are the worst.
Yeah. I was so happy when I figured that out. That I was like, I only took like maybe 1 or 2 showers with that because now
Wait. You've been back since Wednesday and you've only taken 1 or 2 showers?
No. This was before I left that this was happening, that the other water heater was broken.
Okay.
So, So I think I took...
Still, 6 guys in 1 shower? That thing's going to get nasty really
Well, it's
fast.
2 different showers. So it's 3 people to a shower.
Well, do you guys split it evenly like that?
Yeah, I think we will. Hopefully.
So 6 guys to 1 shower.
Yeah.
That's how it's gonna work out. You know that, right?
No, I don't think so. Because
maybe 5 and 1.
No, it won't work that way because 3 of the guys are over in their rooms are over in the corner by the secondary shower. So I have a feeling they'll just use that one, and then it's me downstairs and 2 other guys next to the main shower. So I
let the stories begin.
I have a feeling that it'll be okay. Hopefully. The annoying thing right now, one, people don't clean their like dishes and stuff, which is obnoxious. Also, people drinking out of the milk carton, which is like, why?
You've seen that happen?
Yeah, a couple times. I mean, it was like milk that they bought.
Oh, and that's fine.
But I was like, I thought we were having like communal milk where someone just buys milk and anyone can use it. I'm not using that milk. I'm buying my own.
Put it in your mini fridge.
Yeah, I could, but then it's like the cereal and everything else is in the kitchen. I don't want to like walk.
Dude.
So, what was I saying? Now you got me off track.
Communal milk.
Yeah, so communal milk, people not doing their dishes. So I have a bathroom connected to my room.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like a toilet and a sink, like nothing else.
That's not bad.
Which is great. Except for when people are in the living room and they're like, oh, I don't want to walk upstairs. I'm going to go use the bathroom in Andrew's room.
People are just coming into your room?
Yeah, sometimes.
Have you told him that's not okay?
Nah, fine, whatever. I don't care.
Of course you wouldn't.
I mean, as long as I'm not like sleeping, whatever. Like, it doesn't really bother me.
It would bother me.
But plus I have like a massive room. Like there's room for people to hang out. But it's like the living room is
a couch in your living and in your bedroom.
I have a couch in my bedroom now.
Oh, because like
it sucks.
When we record, I had to sit in that daggone uncomfortable folding chair.
So there was a couch that was left behind in the living room.
Yeah.
So we moved that to my room because I had room for it, and we didn't want to throw it in the backyard like the 3 other couches we did. And
nice.
Someone else brought like a couch and a love seat to put in the living room.
Love seat.
So we've got a big TV in there, and then it's great.
Anyway, keep going with your story.
Okay, so the living room is right next to the stairs, and at the top of the stairs is the main bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
But people still go to my bathroom on the first floor because they don't want to walk up the stairs. It's like, going up the stairs, the other one is still closer, and I don't understand why they have to come into my room. It's just obnoxious, man. Also, they've been playing Dark Souls like non-stop for the past 2 days.
You have or they have?
Just they have in the main room, which doesn't really bother me, but it's like, guys, seriously.
Why does it bother you?
It's just like, do something else. I don't know.
Seriously?
Also,
you're the one to start pointing fingers when it comes to gaming constantly.
But it's also like, yesterday we went out to we were disc golfing because it got nice.
Frolfing?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to call it that, that's kind of dumb though.
I love calling it frolfing.
I did not do good.
No.
So bad. I'm better at regular golf than disc golf. But like one of the guys in the house stayed behind because he's like, no, I want to keep playing Dark Souls. It's like, Rico, why? I hope Rico listens to this. He's a cool dude.
Have you told your roommates about this podcast?
No, absolutely. Well, kind of. When they asked where I was going today, and I was like, well, I'm going to a meeting, and then I'm going to go record a podcast. And they didn't say anything. Like, whatever.
So no, they don't know about the podcast.
Nah, I mean, I don't think they watch it. Speaking of people watching the podcast, when I was downstate, one of my dad's friends said something like, I don't remember the context, but he said something about, like, I listened to you on YouTube or something. And I was like,
wait, what?
Oh, that's kind of weird. So I'm like, wait, Dave, are you trying to tell me that you listen to the podcast? And he's like, yeah! Because we were in Applebee's, and I guess sometime before my dad had, I guess out on his phone, he was, playing the podcast in Applebee's.
Your dad listens to us?
I don't know if he listens to us regularly, or if that was just,
What episode did he listen to?
I don't know. They also didn't, say if they liked it or anything. I don't know, whatever. But sometimes, because I, post these episodes to my Facebook, so that my friends see, and then they promptly don't watch it.
Oh, I should do that.
Yeah.
I just got Twitter.
Yeah. I posted it on Twitter, too.
I'm going to put it on Twitter. Twitter? Is it Twitter or Twitter?
Are you serious right now?
Do you tweet or do you tweet?
Oh, I'm going to kill you.
Trolling in the deep.
Yeah, so sometimes he, when he sees that I posted something on Facebook, he'll watch it. Like, when I first started doing Let's Plays, he watched the first one. I'm like, Dad, no, don't watch that. It's not for you.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, that's all that's going on in my life.
Well,
you want to talk about video games? I'm really mad about something.
Well, hold on. What's the worst feeling you have?
I'm super salty. You want to know? Okay, this is pretty close. You want me to talk about it?
Well, no. First, before you talk about that, I want you to talk about, imagine the worst feeling. Something that happens that causes the worst feeling. Not one that, when I get dumped or something like that. No, something. Because I have one in my head right now that just happened recently.
I mean, getting kicked right in the testicles would hurt quite
No,
a
not
bit.
Physically, emotionally. Okay, you want my example?
Yeah, please. I'm lost.
Getting shushed when you're being too loud.
I'm trying to think.
Shh. There's people in this classroom. Be quiet.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of annoying.
I hate that feeling.
Because it's that you're, doing something kind of wrong. You're like,
Yeah, but you're like, hey, I was just being enthusiastic, But, and I hate it worse when people are like, no, it's okay. Just be quiet from here. It's just worse when they kind of, do it. They shush you, and then you're like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. And then they just, still kind of look at you like you did something wrong. I hate that.
I mean, those people are just, terrible people, right?
No, okay,
people that do that.
All right, I hate that.
I mean...
Okay, now go ahead and you match me now.
Oh, well, I mean...
Well, what's the worst feeling?
Okay. Dragon Age Inquisition got co-op multiplayer, and it kills me inside.
So this is what you're mad about.
Yes.
You just been waiting for this to vent.
I'm so mad. I was going to start the podcast.
This isn't even close to connecting, but all right, go ahead.
Well,
Worst segue ever. Keep going.
Yeah, thanks, man. I was actually going to open the podcast yelling about how Dragon Age Inquisition is multiplayer now.
What's the problem with that?
It's just, I don't want to be, because I don't know anyone else who's going to get it other than Rachel. But it's like, if...
I'm not going to get it.
I don't expect you to. But now I feel like I'm being, like, blocked out of content because I'm not going to play the multiplayer. Because I'm not going to get, like, paired up.
When do you care about multiplayer content?
But it's still content that I can't experience. Like, that's the reason why I play Mass Effect, like, 12,000 times. Because I want to get as much content that's there as possible.
That's true.
You know, it's like, you know, different run-throughs and stuff. But no, Assassin's Creed has co-op multiplayer. Dragon Age has co-op multiplayer. I'm so mad.
At least it's not a multiplayer experience like Titanfall, where the campaign single player is the multiplayer.
Yeah, that's true. He's better than that. Also, what else? There's something else about multiplayer. Something co-op. Something. Oh, because I don't want it to be like Dead Space, which has missions that you can only do if you're playing co-op. Dead Space 3. The others didn't have multiplayer.
Wait, you have to be co-op with people to be able to beat certain parts?
Yeah, well, it's like you can go through the main story completely solo. There are some side missions that you can do solo, but then there are some side missions you have to do co-op. Which is like, don't do that. That's not cool.
I think I kind of started with Gears of War, though.
Yeah, it kind of did, yeah. Where if you're playing co-op, you can like pick different paths and you can go different ways and stuff.
Yeah. And then certain like achievements are only for if you do a co-op and that type of stuff. Really encouraging that experience.
Stupid. I don't want to play with other people.
I know you don't.
I want to be isolated and away from society.
I like playing with people.
Well, you're some sort of social dumb person.
Because I'm Ice-T.
SDP. I forgot what the letter person started with.
Good?
Yeah, I'm good. I vented. I was going to start the podcast and you're ranting. I said that. What? It's God. I'm dumb. All right.
It's my turn to talk now. Are you good?
So I've been playing Darksiders recently. You want to hear about it?
I kind of do all of a sudden. I've never played that game. I think I have it downloaded on my 360 though.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It the first one plays a lot like Legend of Zelda, actually.
Is it Darksiders or Dark Souls? One of those two.
Darksiders is the one with the dude with the really big sword.
Yeah.
Dark Souls is the one that's really hard.
Is it hard?
Darksiders? No.
No, Dark Souls.
Yeah. That's why Rico spent 6 hours trying to beat one boss.
Are you serious?
And okay, that's a fun story. So yeah, he spent most of the day yesterday trying to beat this boss. This morning, one of my friends finally convinced him to summon a phantom, which are like AI characters that you can summon that help you out. And if you're connected online, you can actually summon other people who are playing. And he beat this boss in like 30 seconds.
Oh my god.
He couldn't beat it for 6 hours by himself. He summoned these two phantoms and beat them instantly almost.
Oh my god.
It's like then the other friend Josh, who has played it a lot, he was telling him that like when he started, just summon these guys, will beat it no problem. Rico just did not do it. It's like, Rico, why? He gets addicted to video games really easily.
Oh, really?
He played Skyrim for like 300 hours within the space of a couple weeks.
Holy crap. Now, I've done that, but I had it since Black Friday.
Yeah. A couple months, that's a bit different than...
A couple weeks.
A couple weeks, yeah. That is a completely... I pulled that number out of nowhere. I have no idea if that's true. But that's what it seemed like when going to his room and...
It was just how the Xbox One is not backwards compatible.
Yeah?
I want to play so many games right now on my Xbox One because I'm too lazy to hook up my Xbox 360. Right.
You know how you fix that?
How?
Just plug your 360 into your Xbox One.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Is that possible?
Yeah.
Via
HDMI cord.
I have an extra one too.
So you just plug in the HDMI for the 360 and then
plug it into which slot?
There's two HDMI ports on the Xbox One.
Yes.
There's the one that goes to the TV, and then there's one that goes... I can't remember exactly what it says. It might say like to cable or something.
Is that the one that's on the side?
It's on like the right side in the back. It's the right HDMI port. And then you'll have to have them both on at the same time. That's really the only downside.
And I can't tell to turn on.
It's true. That sucks. It's almost like you have to have a controller, which is right next to you anyway.
Oh my gosh, somebody got a little sassy there.
And then on your Xbox One, there should be a tab for like TV or something. You click on that and it'll open up your 360.
Really?
Yeah. Because you can hook up a cable box to your Xbox One and control it that way.
So, wait.
But just use 360 instead, and it works fine.
All right.
Yeah, go on.
I think I might do that because I've been wanting to play Skyrim, and I've wanted to... Because the only games I have for the Xbox One right now are Battlefield 4 and Forza. I'm never going to play Forza.
No.
I'm never going to play Forza. I don't like racing games.
I don't either.
I don't have anything against them. There's an awesome genre. It's probably one of the most gorgeous, realistic genres for video games out there, except for a few like the crowds or something like that.
Yeah.
But besides that, it's probably one of the most gorgeous, most detailed, and realistic. Because I mean, they have it down to like the dimensions for scale for like the brakes inside the tire and everything.
Because they have so little else that they really need to do.
Exactly.
That they spend time on that.
So gorgeous. But I'm never gonna play it because I just don't like the racing game. Yeah. It's just not that fun for me.
The only racing games I like are Burnout because it's like.
I like Need for Speed back in the day, but
like you crash into people and that's a good thing.
Forza is
so much fun. Hard. Yeah, those are like realistic racing simulators, like Forza and Gran Turismo and stuff like that. I'm like,
hard.
That doesn't interest me at all.
But anyway, so I don't have that many games for the Xbox One because there aren't that many out yet. But yeah,
there's so many games for the one I'm gonna buy this fall.
I cannot wait for the
Shadow of Mordor comes out in like 3 weeks.
Really?
September 30th.
I might have to get it because I'm running out of content to play right now. It's
going to be a great game, hopefully.
Battlefield 4 is an excellent game that I can play over and over, but it gets boring when you play multiplayer by yourself.
I know. Tell me about it. That's why I don't do it.
Well, words.
All right, good one, man. Good comeback.
Insert witty comeback. Anyway, so speaking of games...
I never actually talked about Darksiders.
Oh, go ahead. Tell me about Darksiders.
So Darksiders plays like Legend of Zelda. I didn't like that comparison when I first started playing it, but I was like, oh, that's actually completely right. And then Darksiders 2 feels more like Prince of Persia because it's more about...
I love Prince of Persia.
It's more about, like, the puzzles are more like traversing the environment rather than, like, you get this new gadget in this dungeon and then you use that to do the puzzles or whatever, which is a lot more like Darksiders 1 was. So, yeah, it's fun. That's all I have to say.
Really?
Yeah.
That's all you had to say?
Yeah, that's it.
That's why we had to come back to it again and again.
I mean, I only came back to it once, but yeah.
Really?
Yeah. All right, go on.
No, I'm still on this. We had to come back to it for that. Okay, so...
No response.
I've been, over the weekend, you know, I have a shared account with Netflix with a friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know the information for the login. I forgot it.
Nice.
So I need him to assist me with that. And... So over the weekend, he was unavailable, so I was like just watching YouTube. And so I've been looking at a lot of old videos done by Markiplier of my favorite YouTuber, which I know you hate, which is fine.
So you know what I found out?
What?
Ray from Achievement Hunter really likes Markiplier.
All of a sudden you start liking him a little more.
That makes me sad. Ray, why? Why do you crush all my dreams? He was really excited to meet him at PAX.
Oh, yeah?
Which is going on right now. Or I think it actually ended.
It just
yesterday.
ended. Yeah.
All right, go on.
So I'm watching a lot of old playthroughs for him of games because otherwise his videos last like 20 minutes, but these playthroughs are like 17 videos of an hour-long video, so I can sit and binge all I want when I'm actually finally done working. And so I watched a couple games, and you know, it's been a year since I played it, but Dishonored, man, I just remember how good of a game that was. Do you know if they're coming out with a sequel anytime soon?
I don't.
It did so well.
We talked about those rumors that at Gamescom Dishonored 2 would be announced. I don't think it was.
Really?
I think it was false. So no, I don't think so. I don't think they've announced anything for a sequel yet. I imagine they will have a sequel at some point, but
it was such a good game.
Give it another year or two.
And then I was also watching, like, you know, I'm very much towards Xbox. I'm nothing against Sony at all. I get a PlayStation if I could, but I just can't afford two systems, and Halo is my primary game.
And I like the achievement system in Xbox more than trophies in PlayStation. That's my biggest thing, really.
That doesn't really matter to me, but I know you're an achievement hunter yourself.
Yeah, dude. Achievements are great.
Yeah.
Shout out to my less than 22,000 gamer score. It's
really?
Pretty impressive.
Wow. On your Xbox 360?
Yeah. And Xbox One combined.
I think I beat that. I'm not sure.
Probably.
Anyway, but I was watching a playthrough of Last of Us, a Naughty Dog game.
Yeah. Last of Us, good game.
It looks gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Like they have it so detailed, like the head bobbing when people are talking, and just the raw emotion that comes. I mean, they have it so detailed when a person leans back, like the clothing, moves with. It's not just like pasted onto their body like every other game. Right. It's like their clothing is painted onto them. Like like a collar moves separate from like the rest of his clothing when somebody moves their neck or something like that. It's just so good, and just like the facial expressions, like. And I was watching this game because I'll never be able to play it because I don't have a PlayStation. Right. I might get a PS3. It might be cheap by come Christmas time.
I imagine so.
And I heard Last of Us is probably one of the best games in a while.
Yeah, I mean Last of Us and the Uncharted series. Also Naughty Dog.
That's all Naughty Dog as well.
Yeah. If I were to buy a PlayStation, it would probably be for the sole reason of playing Uncharted, because it looks like so much fun.
I've heard nothing but good things about Uncharted, and Killzone.
Yeah. Shadowfall, not so great reviews. The other Killzone's pretty good.
I heard God of War is pretty good too.
Yeah, absolutely, it is.
And Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah.
These are all games I've never been able to experience before. Anyway, so I wanted to play that game because I'm gonna go home and like I've been watching those videos. Like at first, I'm just doing it while I'm playing one of the mobile games I've played and I've talked about a few times. Hobbit Kingdoms of Middle Earth. I was playing that but like I started watching this opening scene and just the opening scene is just soaking with just all this emotion and realism. It just draws you in immediately. I'm like, I don't know why this wasn't a cross-console game. Naughty Dog made Thief, didn't they? Not Thief. No. Watch Dogs?
No, Ubisoft.
Who made? So they haven't made Assist?
No, I'm pretty sure they only make stuff for PS3.
Oh my gosh.
They're like Microsoft's Bungie a couple years ago.
Yeah, until now.
Until now.
And I just thought about it. I just realized that they've done so much for, like, Bungie has done so much for PlayStation, and I'm like, why are they doing so much that they've been so pro Xbox the whole time? I'm like, wow, that's probably why they're doing this, because they're probably trying to gain
an audience there. Yeah.
Yeah, get a new audience.
Yeah.
Have you heard anything about Destiny lately?
Yes.
Ooh, go ahead, break down.
Oh, yes. This is actually something I wanted to talk about because I wanted to give you one more chance to bash Destiny before it's released.
Sucks. Sucks. Wait, is it $40?
No.
Then it sucks.
I'm very close to agreeing with you. You cannot trade with other players in Destiny.
Why?
Right? Now I'm actually questioning myself. I'm not sure if that's true, but I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere that you can't trade with other players. And it's like at this point, why even make it so that all the players are in the same game world?
Yeah, what's the point of it?
It's like there's absolutely no point. The game has no real economy if you can't trade with people.
And they don't help you during boss fights either.
Yeah.
You go into your own dungeon.
Unless you group up with them, yeah.
What, like party?
Yeah.
Okay, well, because like...
You can make a party.
Oh, and they join the same dungeon as you?
Yeah, they join the same instance.
Okay. Well, I didn't know about that, because like when I went into it, and there's people around me, I'm like, okay, cool, these guys are going to go in the same dungeon as I. No.
Nah, you need to actually group up.
And I've been watching a lot more trailers for it. Like, well, I haven't been watching, but like they come up when I've been watching YouTube videos.
Right.
And I keep seeing the same world that we played on the demo.
Yeah.
So it looks like there's going to be one environment.
No, I thought there was going to be like 3.
Whoopee.
Like, so you have like Old Russia on Earth, you have something on the moon, and I think like...
Mars?
Yeah, I think like Mars or Venus or something like that, yeah. But yeah, it's kind of like... I've completely lost interest in that game.
So you're not going to pre-order it?
No, absolutely not. I wasn't going to pre-order it anyway.
Really? I thought you were totally pro for it for a while.
No. I was going to wait until the reviews to see if they were good. And
I'm going to rent it. Like I said, I might rent it. But
now I'm like, I don't care anymore.
No way I'm going to buy it, though.
There are so many other games coming out this fall that that can go past me. It really doesn't bother me at all.
Master Chief Collection, man.
Yeah, dude.
I cannot wait. I'm really excited just for... I don't own Halo 1 Anniversary Edition.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be awesome for me. I mean, I rented it last summer. I'll be able to play it again because I had to rush it because I had to rent it. So you can kind of rush through it. But, and then that and just Halo 2 Anniversary, just seeing both of those, it's going to make my fall.
It's going to be awesome.
Oh, it's going to be great.
Also, Dragon Age Inquisition was actually pushed back to November 18th when it was like October something.
Why?
And I don't know. I'm really not sure. It's weird. It's like I guess they're trying to compete with these other games or something. I'm not sure.
Speaking of getting pushed back.
Because Assassin's Creed Unity was pushed back to November 11th as well.
Speaking of getting pushed back.
Yeah.
They're talking about the iPhone 6 might be getting pushed back because of the recent snafu that just happened with all the celebrity news.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Like, I heard everybody, like, tomorrow was talking about, because, like, the stock market, I don't think it was open today, is it?
I wouldn't think so.
I don't think it's open today, so...
We're the only ones working on Labor Day here, making this awesome podcast.
I think so. But I heard, like, a lot of people are going to drop stock in Apple tomorrow.
I believe it, yeah.
If you're listening to this right now, well, you'll probably be up tomorrow, so it'll probably be too late, but you might want to start selling right now.
Yeah, right.
Because everybody's really worried about all the security, even though it turns out it's probably not security that got hacked.
Yeah.
It sounds more like it was a phishing, like they were phishing for passwords. Like,
yeah, I heard that it's like somebody like hacked all the like the Wi-Fi that was at the Emmys or something.
Oh, is that what it was?
Because, like, you know, it was all the people whose photos got leaked were all these celebrities, and I guess they were all at the Emmys, and that's what people are thinking.
See,
something along those lines.
It was like basically the passwords were voluntarily given out due to like an email or some fashion like that that's basically saying, you know, your account might be getting hacked. Please give us your email and your information so that we can assure you, so that you can create a new password. Mm-hmm. So like they would input their old password and put in a new password. Basically, that's what I heard. Is it's just
could have been something like that. I don't know. I don't know all the details.
But basically, yeah. So Apple's under a lot of heat right now, so their stock's gonna tank, and they might not be wanting to put out a brand new item right now if it's just gonna suck.
They might want to make sure that doesn't happen again first.
Plus, if it was on iPhone, it would have been their iPhone storage. It wouldn't have been Dropbox or anything like that.
Yeah.
So,
which I think most of them were probably from iPhones.
They you
would assume
100%.
all these celebrities. Yeah.
All of them were from iPhone. But yeah, so
suck it, Apple.
So today was the first meeting of the year for Mach7. I think we should talk a little bit about Mach7. This is the illustrious Mach7 podcast.
You know, it went pretty well. It was my first, in-person meeting as president. So
how did you think it went?
It was pretty good, I think.
You were ready to go after 20 minutes in, though.
I was a little bit. I was like, dude, I want to do this podcast.
I know. I was really excited for 2 weeks away from it.
It was, we ended up going like around 2 hours.
Oh yeah, we sure did.
Mostly because Stuart had the Space Engineers video, but that was good though.
It was filled with constant stuff to talk about. Yeah. I mean, we're looking at getting T-shirts and hats right now, possibly hats. I mean, that one's just totally iffy.
I honestly would like a hat more than a T-shirt, just because I don't think their T-shirts will fit me very well.
Well, that's probably true too.
Yeah. That'd be my only concern.
I'd get both.
Yeah,
I'd get both.
I probably would too. I need for when I'm golfing.
That's exactly what I'm going to need it for when I'm golfing.
I definitely can't just wear a T-shirt to the golf course. Come on.
Exactly.
There's rules.
Yeah, you have to look fancy.
Yeah.
It's a gentleman's sport, after all.
Yeah, absolutely it is.
So we talked about T-shirts. We talked about some deadlines that we want to put for our new videos coming out.
Yeah. We got a deadline for our video.
Yes.
So.
8 and Hunter.
Man.
We're going to be talking to you now.
Yeah. I should probably email him.
Yeah. Like tonight.
Yeah.
And then we should start working on the clips like this week.
Yeah.
Which you can come over and do at my place because I know you won't do it by yourself. I know you won't.
I almost said I might do it by myself.
You're
probably
not Andrew.
It's likely that that won't happen.
We know you won't.
It might happen.
I just wish
once I finish Darksiders 2.
I just wish we had the equipment where we could just do it. Cause that's what really holds us back is the equipment. So
yeah,
if anybody wants to donate a nice piece of hardware for us, we'd be more than happy to.
I need a nice desktop PC with a really good graphics card.
That's all.
I'm set.
Doesn't even have to be new. It can be used. Just let us know. We will pick it up. I'll drive to California to go pick it up from you.
Wow.
I honestly will.
Interesting. All right, the offer's laid down.
Offer's laid down. So if somebody wants to go donate a nice piece of hardware, I'll go pick it up. It'll be awesome. I'll bring my dog, Dakota.
Dakota, conspicuous by I almost said her. My dog's a girl. His absence.
I know. You're gonna need
we do now
or jingle jangles.
Yeah, because we are recording this in a classroom on campus, almost in the dark. There's like one light on.
There is one like that.
So, that's pretty cool.
It's completely dark outside right now because it's 9:15 at night.
Pretty much. Dude, speaking of 9:15...
4:20 just blaze?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's why else would I mention the time? So, I've got a fantasy football draft tonight.
Oh, yours is starting now?
Yeah, we're drafting.
What time is yours?
10:30.
Okay, so you have plenty of time.
Yeah, I got plenty of time. That's right. Part of the reason why, honestly, that's part of the reason why I wanted to end the meeting after like 20 minutes. I'm like, I gotta make sure I have enough time. I don't want this meeting to go till like 9 o'clock and then have to record a podcast for
Half an hour.
hour and a half.
No, you need more than that to prepare for your fantasy
I know.
draft.
I'm honestly...
I didn't make one this year. I'm not going to join.
I didn't even... I decided to join yesterday because like everybody in the house was doing the same league. So I was like, all right, I'll do it, whatever. So I have had absolutely no time to prepare. And I'm going to just pick like the top positions that, whatever I need. Off like some cheat sheet or something. So
do it, dude.
And it's going to work.
Go to NFL.com. They'll show you all the points.
Yeah.
It's great. They have awesome stuff.
It's the only annoying part is that when like other people pick players, I can't like take them off the list. It's like, did someone pick this person already? I don't know. I'll make it work. So yeah, it's gonna be cool.
But yeah, so the meeting went well. I'm
really
excited. So we have a lot of, like I said, we made a timeline. Going to be having the second part of season 1 of Gamma Squad coming out soon. Hopefully, we'll be recording. And casting for 7 because the scripts are getting written pretty far in. And we looked at possibly some new projects that we want to do.
Absolutely.
I don't want to stretch ourselves out too thin. But
that's my only concern.
Nobody wants to recruit, supposedly.
No, we have enough people. What are you talking about?
But we want to come up with 2 new projects.
Yeah, right?
So and we don't need animators, supposedly. Nor voice actors all of a sudden.
If anyone's listening to this podcast and wants to animate some stuff in Skyrim, put a comment in the comment section below.
This table's creaky.
I know. But the chairs aren't creaky.
The chairs aren't creaky.
Maybe a little bit, but only if you try.
Yeah, you have to try.
Not just like squirming around,
Not for breathing.
Not super creaky.
Well, that's it for me this week.
Yeah, I think that's it for me too. I think I got everything out.
Are we actually going to end?
Yeah, I'm not going to draw this out for another half hour because I don't want to...
Because that's what happens every time.
I don't want to make it 9.5 because it just takes too much time. It's like, that's dumb. So nobody else wanted to be in this podcast.
I know. No, we're not starting a new topic.
All right.
Wrap it out.
All right. So thank you for listening to episode 9 of the Mach7 podcast. We will, we won't hear from the audience.
We'll catch you guys next week.
Stick tuned next week.
Bye.
For months and weeks or whatever it is you said.
Bye.